That was the closest finish in history. Villeneuve, on the other hand, let's not forget, was Rookie of the Year last year and finished second. So there they are lined up, first through fourth. It will be a sprint to the finish. 12 laps to go. They're going to keep them out one more lap. The crowd, for the most part, on its feet. Fourth and fifth are right there as well. Rahal, Gugelman, as the emergency vehicles are trying to clear the race course now so we can get back to green flag racing. Boy, this is going to be something as we go to the final 12 laps. Later this summer here on ABC Sports, NASCAR returns here to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Jeff Gordon will defend his title at the Brickyard 400. That's live Saturday, August 5th, here on ABC Sports. All right, now, here's the situation. We have everybody that matters in this race, the first four, right in contact with one another. There they are. Scott Goodyear in front. It'll be 10 laps to go when we come back. Just a simple 25 miles when we come back to green flag racing. A sprint to the finish. So far, the question about the engine, the Honda in Goodyear's car, has been answered. It has been very powerful thus far. Competition between the tire companies, again, those questions being answered with Goodyear on Firestones here in front. And talking about wide open competition, it's been unbelievable here today. Scott Goodyear may be on his way to a win at the Indianapolis 500. We should go green after this.
Paul, when you asked me to handicap the two drivers before, Scott Goodyear, Scott Pruitt, we talked about their relative experience. And in fact, it was the least experience of the two that had trouble. Once again, to compare them in experience, it's Scott Goodyear with 6 years of racing here, Jacques Villeneuve in his second.
So a veteran, a sophomore, and two rookies. There's Leslie, Scott's wife, as she watches on. They live now here on the north side of Indianapolis. He is Canadian. If he can win, be the first Canadian to do so. But remember, Villeneuve is also Canadian. And Salazar, then Fittipaldi.
Blew the base car right off.
No, that can't be right.
Can't do that.
Base car was too slow, Paul. He needed to get a run.
But they gave him the green flag anyway. Dwayne Sweeney is waving the green flag. Goodyear got a run on the pace car.
I think it was only a normal deal. The pace car just wouldn't accelerate. He just went too slow.
Jacques Villeneuve was not anticipating that. And as a result, Goodyear got a good run on him. Now that's Arie Luyendyk that's moving in there. He is not part of this battle. Luyendyk runs in 8th place, a lap down. But now he pokes his nose into the fight.
That was a savage setback for Villeneuve.
Scott Goodyear going into turn 3 had to get moving. He couldn't wait any longer. Otherwise, the same thing would have happened to him that happened to Scott Pruitt before. And
Rahal got around Salazar on that restart as well. And that puts Rahal up into the fight.
The green car in the center of the screen is Eliseo Salazar, who's running in 3rd.
Now that's Christian.
No, that's Christian Fittipaldi. My apologies.
Rahal right behind him. Salazar sitting just behind Rahal.
Yes, also in a green car. Has dropped back suddenly.
9 laps to go.
Wow, Fittipaldi in trouble in that car for a second. The track conditions, Bobby, must be terrible.
They are. They're slippery, but remember, the gust comes up and goes down. If we one lap we have gust, next we don't.
Oh, no. The officials are now reporting they're going to show the black flag to Scott Goodyear, the 24 car. You're on board with him now. They're going to show the black flag to the leader of the race. Stop and go penalty because he passed the pace car before the green. Scott Goodyear is about to lose the Indy 500 on a penalty. A black flag, stop and go. And look at Leslie.
And Jacques Villeneuve may be about to win it because of a penalty, despite the fact you see him there in that blue and white car, despite the fact he himself suffered what appeared to be a death blow penalty, a 2-lap penalty much earlier in the race. So the story of this race, Bobby, no question about it, has been the role that the officials have played in the race.
It's been a roll of penalties this entire race from start to finish, and it's just sad to see races end like this.
A Canadian has never won at Indianapolis. There are 2 leading. One is due in the pits to acknowledge the black flag any moment now.
This will so propel Jacques Villeneuve's career forward. You will see Formula One teams make million dollar offers, huge offers for his talents for next year. Will he go? That's up still in the air.
Villeneuve in front. Fittipaldi, Christian Fittipaldi runs in second. 7 laps to go. There's the black flag being given to the leader.
And we talked about the changing of the guard. Here is a sophomore, second-year man running first, and a rookie running second.
But a really good man right there. Villeneuve has really done a good job. Penalty down 2 laps today. Now leading the race, could possibly win.
Unbelievable drive. Last time that a driver won in his second start, should Villeneuve do it, was Rick Mears, 1979. Is that a prediction of what this driver may be? Scott Goodyear is ignoring the black flag now. He has not yet turned in. Christian Fittipaldi, he runs second, a rookie. Rahal is third.
He's probably having a hard time believing it. If I were him, I would too. It's such a sad thing.
But it can only add to the penalty if he doesn't answer it, doesn't Bobby? He can't really stay out there hoping that they'll change their minds.
Oh, you're certainly right there, Paul. According to them, he did break the rules. It's just sad to see something like that. Pace car should never be figured in to a race win.
Jacques Villeneuve running at 207.4 miles an hour on the last lap. 5 to go. Car 27, the number his father carried in Formula One. That's Arie Luyendyk staying right there with him. Luyendyk is a lap behind the lead, running in 8th.
Villeneuve knows that he's not in the contest with Luyendyk, so he's not going to pay that much attention to it. He's more worried about keeping his car on the track, worried about the wind gusts, things like that right now.
Now, despite the fact that the black flag has been displayed, they've not yet taken an action with regard to Scott Goodyear. The USAC computers have been showing him at the top of the order, but now they're beginning to flash a warning on their computers that they are updating the field and moving Goodyear out of the lead of the race. The leader is now officially Jacques Villeneuve with 4 laps to go. Second is Fittipaldi. Bobby Rahal runs in third. Salazar is fourth. Gugelmin is fifth. And Goodyear has been moved down to 7th place. Rahal chasing Fittipaldi. Battle for second. 3 to go.
Rahal, too, battling the vicissitudes of officialdom today. Coming back from that stop and go, which he was luckily able to make under the yellow, now battling for second. Fittipaldi on the left in that car, which if you look straight down on it from the top, looks like a Brazilian flag. If you look straight down on that green and blue and yellow car.
Eliseo Salazar, the 7 car from Chile, now closing on Rahal. He's in the fight too.
Also got to keep in mind, these guys have tires that are not quite as sharp. They've run these cars right now just as hard as they can be run. So adhesion to the track is a little bit scary sometimes.
There's Salazar in that yellow and green car going by. An experienced road racer, Eliseo Salazar, coming out of IMSA. Driving for Dick Simon here. A very, very fine performance for him today. 40 years old, a very veteran driver, but a rookie here at Indianapolis.
No one has ever come from 2 laps down to win the Indy 500. The youngest winner thus far in the history of the race was Troy Ruttman. Now, Jacques Villeneuve will be looking at a white flag and 1 final lap, a final 2.5 miles. An unbelievable run. The story will be told that Jacques Villeneuve went 2 laps down on a penalty and fought his way back to the front of the field, across the South Chute for the final time in front of Bobby Unser.
Going by us, and he's looking really good, Paul. No problems.
Arie Luyendyk staying right there, wants to get in that winner's picture. Jacques Villeneuve on the backstretch.
The magnitude of his achievement. Listen to the roar of the crowd. Back from 2 laps down. Only his second year.
1 more turn. The first Canadian on his way to winning the Indianapolis 500. Jacques Villeneuve on the home stretch. And the 79th Indy 500 has been won by Jacques Villeneuve as Arie Luyendyk screams by on the outside. The young Canadian has taken the win. There's second place, Christian Fittipaldi. Third place is Bobby Rahal. Eliseo Salazar finishes in 4th. Robbie Gordon comes across the line in 5th place. And look at the despair of Leslie Goodyear. The jump on the pace car cost Goodyear the 500. Let's go to Gary.
Barry Green, tell me the emotion of coming from 2 laps down to win the Indy 500.
What a fight. What a driver. I mean, geez.
Have you ever seen anything like this in your long career?
We just won the first 505-mile race, huh? I got to get down to Victory Circle.
What was the thought when the black flag came out for Scott Goodyear?
You know, a bit of bad communication maybe on our part. We should have made him aware he's in P1, but we're going to get down there and enjoy it. Thanks, guys.
Savor it. Barry Green's on the run to victory lane. Jack will be there momentarily.
Christine Horn consoles Leslie Goodyear. Christine is the wife of the team owner, Steve Horn. So close, and yet so far away. This was perhaps even closer than the closest finish ever. There's the restart as he screamed past the Corvette pace car, and once he was past, Villeneuve actually slowed down, kept it legal, almost cost him the position as Fittipaldi moved on him. So the race has been won, and Jacques Villeneuve is the winner.